Hello friends, in this video I will show you how to use Git and how we can use Git in a development process for version control system. Okay, so currently I am using Git for my projects and I would like to share some of my workflow which I follow for Git. Okay, so let's start from where we can get the Git. So first thing first, Git is a version control system which is designed to handle everything from small to very large project, and speed and efficiency, which is the definition says in this Git website. But I will show you the practical example, so how you can use Git for your development projects. Okay, so you can get this Git from this git-scm.com, and I'll give you this link also below this video, so you can just go there and download. I'm using CentOS, and in CentOS you can just type yum install git and it'll install Git for you. For in my case, I already installed Git, so it's there, but you can type yum install git and it'll install Git for you. Okay, but remember, by this yum process you will get Git version 1.8 something, and the current version is 2.1.3. so if you want to build this latest version for CentOS or 7 or Red Hat or any other Linux operating system, you can follow my blog, and here I already explained like how you can build Git from source code, and you can also see that how you can get the GUI for Git, like graphical user interface client for Git. Okay, but first we will look at the command line interface of Git. So let's start with Git. Okay, so now I would like to give you some practical definitions of Git, like what is Git. So let's say in a production environment where more than 2 developers are working together and they want to share their codes, so for that process you can use Git. So on the same file, 2 or more developer can work together. They can get the file from the server, and they can write their code and they publish that code, and that changes will be displayed in that same file. So if 4 developers are working on one single file, that means they all have their versions in their local system, but they end of the day, if they merge their changes in one file, that is the main file, and so with that you can easily collaborate your codes together. Okay, this application is very small, but the concept behind this application Git is very big, and it can easily confuse you. Like you can easily confuse with that, like you cannot get the clear idea with just one line. Okay, so let's just try to I would like to explain you with a like this presentation, like okay, so this is my file, this file 01. okay, what I will do when I will start working on that, I will add my code in this file. Okay, and then I will add this file in a staging area. So staging area is basically the location which is contained in my local system or my laptop which is not connected to server right now. Okay, so I can write code, I can add, I can write, add, write, add, and add means you are adding your code in a staging area, and once you are connected with server or your code is ready and you want to merge that with the main repository, so you can publish that. So once you publish that with git commit command, and your code, this file1 will go to the master branch. Okay, so master branch, if you want to understand as a programming point of view, this is the actual branch which is used by end user in a VFX pipeline, and so wherever code is reflecting there, that will live affect on the current VFX pipeline. So make sure you cannot before merging any code in master branch, you should have proper UAT for that, and testing, like user acceptance test for that. Okay, but now after some time, if somebody want to edit this file version 1, because that file is already go to the master branch. Okay, but you can check out this file 1. Okay, you can add your line, because this file 1 is created by Mr. X, and now Mr. Y checked out this file 1 and he's adding his line, and after that he will git add, it will add that file to the staging area. Then later he will use git commit, and after that git merge file1 with changes, which is these changes which Mr. Y did, and that if git merge command will actually merge these code to the main branch. So with that process you can easily check out the files, add your stuff, then again publish that file or merge that file into the same master branch. Okay, I'm sure you guys is still confused, but seriously when we go through some practical example, that will be clear. Okay, so let's start first. This is just an introduction, like what we gonna do in this video, or maybe in coming video of this git series. Okay, so take from first command, like check if you have git installed in your system. So how you gonna check that? So first thing first, the command for git is git. So if you type git and hit enter, then you will see all your commands there. Okay, so you can see that git add, that is for add. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You can just go through that and you can read. There's no tons of command, there are few limited, but they have their specific reason and they have their proper use for all commands. So like add, bisect, branch, checkout, clone, commit, diff, like that. These are the commands. Okay, but now if I want to see like what version I have, I can see that with the git yeah, like 2 minus thing, and after that version. Okay, so this will show me that I'm using git version 1.8.3. that is the git version which I get from yum repository, which is supported by CentOS 7. Okay, so now let's move ahead, and if I want to create a new git repository, so let's start with that. Okay, so let's create a new folder for that. Right now I'm in my home directory, and I will create a new directory with mkdir, that is make directory command, and git test. Okay, so I created a git test directory, and just go to git test, the current directory git test, and just clear the window so we can get more stuff there. Okay, now just open the file so we can open that. Right, so this is our file folder view, so we can see that exactly what's going on there. Okay, so now I will say git init, because we want to initialize the repository, and if we enter that, and it'll give us that okay, initialize git repository and its location for that. But we didn't see anything here because it's a common thing in Linux that if you have this dot in front of any directory, that directory will hide. So we just turn on the hidden files, so show hidden files and backup close, and let's just restart that. So git test, and you can see that .git folder is there, and if you go inside that, you can see there are a lot of folders and files which is created by git, and these files are actually required for git process. So it's a small database which is created by git, and which contain your information regarding your branches, your files, and your commit changes. Okay, so what these things are, so I'll show you here. Let's just create a file that is touch touch file 1, and let's say if I am writing a Python code, and so I have one file 1. Okay, so this file I just created that, but that I didn't do anything in this file. Okay, this is just a file which is open. So let me just open this file in gedit, and let's quickly change that, like say import system print sys.path. okay, so this is my simple code which I write there. Okay, and hit close, and this is the temporary file which is created by gedit, but it's okay. So I have a file which I write is few codes. Okay, now if I want to see what's the status of the git, let's say you can type git status, and it will show you what exactly going on in that repository. So it will say that, hey, there is a file called file1.py, nothing added to commit, but untracked file present. So it's telling you that, dude, you have a file which is there but it is untracked, so git don't have any record for that. So do you want to add this file? So yeah, so we will add this file in our git database. Okay, so how we gonna add this file? So let's say git add, and general practice I will use star. So that means all the files which we have that will go to the database. So but let's say file1.py, and now our file is added to the git database, and again we'll see the status, and it'll show us, it'll not show that untracked file because we don't have any untracked file, because we just committed that file, we added that file. Okay, we didn't change that. So there's our changes. Okay, now still let's say that we just added this to the staging area. Okay, so now if you want to see the log for the git, you can type git log, and it will show you the log which is say that bad revision head. Okay, so now let's just commit this file, so at least we have something committed. Okay, Let's just clear this window first so we can understand like what's going on. Git. So remember, we created one file which is file01. We added some code there, and then we add the file01 to git repo, but now we are gonna commit that. Okay, so git commit. The command for commit file is git co commit, and it'll ask you for a message, and the message is okay, and you can use a double quote. So first commit. Okay. Okay, so here's a good thing to explain you first is you should have to configure the global setting for you, because git required the name and the email for the user who is going to add the changes or commit the file to the server. Okay, so it's helpful for git to track that, okay, this user is added that this code and this user is added this code. So right now actually we didn't configure that, or my username and email is not configured. So let's just quickly configure that, and I will show you how to configure the global settings for user. So first we will add the name, that is git config -- global user dot name, and name is let's just put Rajiv Sharma. Okay, so I just added my name, and I will add the email address. So git config global user email, and rajiv.vfx@gmail.com. okay, enter. So we just set it our name and our email. We can also set the group for user also. So let's say git config global user group. Okay, group, and make it developer. Okay, so with that you just created a group, that is developer group. So user group, it's added. Okay, now if you want to check that okay, what's going on and what's the username, so you can simply check with git config, and what do you want to check? The username. Okay, it will show you this is your username, and if you want to see the user email, it will show you the email of the user, and the last thing, if you want to see the group that we recently created, and it will show you the developer group. So with that you can set the global settings for your system, and this is required for the first time, not every time. You need to configure that, but yeah, this is necessary if you want to commit your code to the server. So now let's see, clear everything, and now we will commit that. So git let me see first the status. So status, and it will show that initial commit and initial change, and blah blah blah. Okay, good. Now we will see git commit message hello world. Okay, now you can see our changes is successfully committed, and you can see that master root committed, and there is a this code you can see here. This is actually a hash, and for git is actually using SHA-1 hash algorithm to save the file names internally for database, that git database, to manage the version control system. But anyway, this is the basic, so I would like to go with the main git concept. So okay, so now clear that again, and let's see now what is the git status now. So it will say we are on the master branch and we don't have anything to commit because whatever we already committed. Okay, so we have file 1 that we already committed, we have nothing to commit. Okay, so now let's say if I want to see the log, so git log, and this will tell me the complete hash code. This is again the SHA-1 hash code, and who is the author? So Rajiv Sharma. This is the email address, committed something on the date this, and the message for commit is hello world. Okay, now if I will open that file with Genie, okay, and let's say if I add something, some more command here, like some path equals to VFX and temp. Okay, so this is some path which I want to add. So sys dot path dot append and add this path. Ooh, so I added a huge code. Okay, just joking. So this is the change which I made. Okay, now let's close this, and now if I check the status, ooh, it's changed. Like previously our git status was this, but now we just have this because it shows that okay, you have something modified and you modify file 01, but their changes are not on server, so it's git automatically check that file on server. Okay, this file is changed, and you need to add this file again. Okay, so now what I will do, I will use git add and the file 01.py, and after that git commit message, and this time my message is added new path. Okay, and it'll show that okay, one file changed, that 4 in insertion. Okay, so because I added 4 new line, so that's why it says that. And if we see the log now, so git log, now it shows that okay, this is the first commit which says that okay, hello world, and this is the second commit, and this is the separate hash ID for that commit, and it shows that okay, this time this user, this developer added some new commands, which is this. Okay, so if by this way you can easily go back to these changes and and if you want you can just go ahead with this. So it's pretty much very useful feature for that. So now let's see some more example with creating some directories inside that. Okay, so make dir, and now I want to create some Python files or some tool for Maya. Okay, so I will add Maya folder here. Okay, so as you can see that we have the Maya directory here, but now if we see the status, git status, it'll show there's nothing to commit because this folder is not taken by git. Okay, it's take only the files. So but if I go inside Maya folder, okay, let's say cd Maya and create a file like touch Maya file .py, and so I just created a file inside this folder, and because previously this folder was empty, so all the empty folders are the exception for git will never look those folders, those are empty. Okay, but now we have a file there. Now if we see the status, git status, it will show you there is a file, there's an untracked file there. Okay, so if your file is inside the subdirectory, git will definitely track that file. So now if we say git sorry, I typed there. Okay, now if I say git add, and you can also type star, so with that, like all the thing which is in the directory that will be add in that particular git repository. And now git commit message, and now the message will be added Maya file. Okay, now it will show that okay, you created a Maya file.py. now cd /, I'm getting back to the parent directory, or which is the git test directory. Okay, now let me see the log. So git log, and if you see that, you can find all the details which you are working on the git. So now this is your first commit, second commit, your added file, and you always have the proper track of what time, what artist and what developer actually is committed the file. Okay, so I hope you get some understanding of add files and the commit files. Okay, so I would like to recommend you install git in your system and do the basic configuration which I told you, like add your username, add your email address, and just test this thing which I explained to you, like create file, add some lines, add that file, commit that file. And yes, once you go through this process, then we will move to the another level of this git process, that is called branching and merging. Okay, and also we will also cover like how we can go back to particular commit that we want, and we will see like what is the UI client for git. So you if you, because this program is basically used by developers, so developers always want things in the command line, it's very handy for them. But even personally for me, I like this command line stuff for git process, but there are some good clients available like git cola, git I, and git so yeah, so there are a few other clients like you can get from this. I already added this git I app, which is very good client. Okay, so if you want, like, yeah, I just quickly give you where's the, so you can use git. So here you can just see that the Rajiv Sharma added a Maya file 5 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago added a new path, and you can just see that file, and you can see the repository also here. And this is the just one example of how the user interface side you can see your stuff, but I would like to prefer with the command line stuff. So we will go through the command line stuff. Okay, and yeah, so I hope you get the point with the git, and I will see you in next video. So follow on. Bye bye.